Mahindra has made the XEV9S variants really confusing because from outside, almost every variant looks futuristic and premium. But once you actually compare the features, that's where the real differences start showing. Some variants give insane value, while some are missing features buyers will genuinely expect at this price. Hi guys, welcome back to Automobile Infos. Today we'll compare all XEV9S variants, talk about the real differences and figure out which variant actually makes the most sense. Let's get started. I have the official PDF from Mahindra and as you can see this has all the details regarding the XEV9S. They've teased so many features in this PDF. Let's see which variants actually get them. First, you can see the exterior colors. All of these colors are available irrespective of the variant you get. So basically, the XEV9S gets four variants: Pack 1 above, Pack 2 above, Pack 3, and Pack 3 above. But if you look at it deeper, it really gets six variants because you get two battery pack options in Pack 1 above and Pack 2 above, as you can see here. Pack 3 and Pack 3 above feature the larger battery pack only. Starting here, let's start with the power. You can see the power figures here. Being a BE6 Pack 3 owner, I'll tell you that power will never be an issue in any EV, no matter which variant you get. The only thing to consider is the range. As you can see in Pack 1 above with the smaller battery pack, they claim about 521 kilometers of range, but in the real world you can expect about 400 or even slightly lesser. With the larger battery pack, they claim 679 kilometers of range, but with this you'll honestly get about 500 kilometers of range, not above that. If you drive super sedately and the temperature is perfect for an EV, then you can get closer to 550. The dimensions remain the same in all the variants. The chassis and dynamics remain largely the same except for the suspension. As you can see, the suspension in Pack 1 above and Pack 2 above is passive, but in Pack 3 and Pack 3 above, it is intelligent adaptive suspension, which is featured in the Pack 3 of the BE6. Being an owner, I can tell you that this suspension experience is not great. The suspension is super inconsistent, it has a mind of its own. But I hope that with software updates, the suspension is made more reliable and the intelligent adaptive suspension actually adapts to something. You get disc brakes in all the variants, but the higher two variants get alloy wheels, while the lower two variants get the stylized wheel. The spare wheel is a space saver in all variants. Next, if you look at it, these are the basic charging times and these depend upon the battery pack, not the variant you're getting. Also, you can see here that it is written adjustable regen levels and L0, L1, L2, L3 and auto are written. But we'll see later that Pack 1 above does not actually get the auto regen because it misses out on ADAS sensors. Here also the charging time is given, but that also depends upon the battery pack and not upon the variant. Next, we look at the features. Well, all the variants get LED projector headlamps and LED DRLs are given in Pack 3 and Pack 3 above. But in Pack 1 above and Pack 2 above, they are lit as position lamp, which means the parking lights. These are not DRLs actually. Illuminated logo is standard across all variants. The higher two variants get a different center signature, which is a position lamp. So in Pack 1 above and Pack 2 above, the DRL is the position lamp. But in the higher variants, they get a position lamp separate. Next, sequential turn indicators are also given in the higher two variants as well as the startup and goodbye animations. These are all cosmetic things and they don't really matter if you're looking for something that's value for money. The carpet lamp is another thing that looks super cool, but it is only given in Pack 3 above. All the variants get coast-to-coast screens and the infinity roof, which is the openable panoramic sunroof, unlike the XCV9E and the BE6. Ambient lights are also given in the higher two variants, but the cap touch switches, which are the haptic touch feedback buttons, are only given in the topmost variant. You get soft wrap dashboard and trims starting from Pack 2 above. The Pack 1 above misses out on that. The seat upholstery in all the variants except Pack 1 above is leatherite, but in Pack 1 above it is premium fabric. The steering wheel is leatherite, as well in all the other variants, and it is in pack 1 above as well. The e-shifter is leatherite, the steering is not. They've explicitly mentioned it here. All the variants get a rear spoiler, but the electrically deployed front door handles are only given in pack 3 and pack 3 above. And I think that this is quite a big miss out. Pack 2 above could have gotten these as they are super useful. ORVM turn indicators, frunk with a drain hole, and the exterior cladding is standard across all variants. And all the higher 3 variants get alloy wheels, but only the base variant gets a normal steel rim. Now pack 1 above is going to have a steel rim with the plastic cover that is made for EVs, which is the aerodynamic wheel covers. Performance-wise, Pack 1 above gets standard cruise control, whereas Pack 2 above, Pack 3 and Pack 3 above, all the three get adaptive cruise control. Now, is adaptive cruise control useful? Yes, it actually is if you find a good highway, such as expressways in India, there you can use adaptive cruise control. And yes, it is reliable in these EVs. All the variants get multi-drive modes, although custom drive mode is not explicitly mentioned here as you can see, but that is included in XEV9S. All the three variants get boost mode, all the regen levels, but as you can see here, there's a small star next to S and it says that auto not applicable. So since pack 1 above does not get adaptive cruise control, this means it misses out on the ADAS sensors, and the ADAS sensors are used for the auto regen. So pack 1 above misses out on auto regen. Being a BE6 pack 3 owner, I do not find the auto regen to be reliable. It sometimes breaks with a lot of intensity and that can trigger rear collisions, so I do not use auto regen. But some people have found it very useful, so you can choose based upon your needs. All variants get single pedal drive and the performance dashboard, which is the metrics section. Now here are some of the biggest differences because the pack 1 above misses out on the audio system, but it is kept standard above that. Dolby Atmos and Venuescapes is also given in the higher three variants. Sonic Suite, which includes the signature sounds, is kept standard across all variants, but Vision X full auto parking and identity, which is the driver and occupant monitoring, is only given in pack 3 above. Wireless charger is given in the front and rear in pack 3 and pack 3 above, only at the front in pack 2 above, and pack 1 above misses out on it. Wireless Android Auto CarPlay, Amazon Alexa and ChatGPT, 5G connectivity and Fun and Work is also kept standard across all variants, and video calling with the in-camera is given only in the topmost variant. All the variants get all the features of the Me For You app, but bear in mind that Me For You is paid after 1 year. It is only free for 1 year after the date of delivery. BYOD mounting provision is not given in pack 1 above. OTA updates regarding everything is kept standard. Charging limiter, scheduled charging, EcoSense and driving analytics, and the App Store. All of these features are standard. Scheduled charging and scheduled cabin conditioning. This is a feature that the existing owners have still not got. If you look at the comfort and convenience, then the base variant gets 6-way manual adjust for the driver's seat, but above the base variant that changes to 6-way powered plus manually adjustable lumbar support. For the co-driver, it's 4-way manual for the lower two variants and 6-way powered for the higher two variants. And obviously that results in the higher two variants get powered boss mode for the co-driver. Second row seat is 60/40 and they slide irrespective of the variant. Ventilated front seats is not included in the base variant, but ventilated second row seats is also not included in the pack 2 above. Since the co-driver seat in the higher two variants is powered, they do not get the ergo lever. Memory function with the welcome feature is given in all the variants except the base, but the front row armrest and the second row armrest is kept standard. Next, you can see that the soft door armrest, the second row adjustable headrest and second row recline is in all the variants. Pack 1 above gets single zone fully automatic temperature control, but pack 2 above, pack 3 and pack 3 above get dual zone automatic temperature control, so you can set different temperatures on the left side and on the right side of your vehicle. Second row AC vents, third row seats with multi-step recline, and these different climate control modes are kept standard across all the variants, but also bear in mind that the existing owners of the BE6 and XEV9E have still not got these different modes. So all of these features are subject to what software update you receive with the vehicle. The live your mood modes, the console storage, cooling, it's also kept standard. Pack 1 above does not get the auto dimming IRVM, but they all get electrically adjustable ORVMs. Although Pack 1 above misses out on power folding ORVMs and the ORVM auto dip feature. All the variants get push button start, but passive keyless entry is given only in the top two variants, and NFC keycard is not given for the base variant, and so is phone ASCII. The welcome unlock and walk away lock, which is actually the passive keyless entry where you do not have to press any button, that is only given in the top two variants. User personalization, which is basically user profiles, is not given in the base variant. All the variants get electric parking brake. Cornering lamps is given in the top two variants, and so are the auto booster headlamps. The rest of the features such as automatic headlamps, automatic wipers, Type-C chargers, the 12-volt conventional power socket, tilt and telescopic steering is kept standard across all the variants. The rear windows get sunshades in the top two variants, and one touch up and down driver window is kept standard, as is the TPMS. When you come to safety and security, airbags, ISOFIX rear seats, and ESP is the same in all the variants, but the higher two variants get 7 airbags, with the knee airbag being the extra one. Then when you come to ADAS, Pack 3 and Pack 3 above get 5 radars and 1 vision camera, whereas Pack 2 above gets 1 radar and 1 vision camera, and Pack 1 above gets absolutely nothing. Because of those ADAS sensors, you can see the exact ADAS features that each variant gets and each feature that they miss out on. Rear parking sensors are given in all the variants. Front parking sensors are not given in the base variant. The base variant gets a reverse camera, but the higher variants get 360-degree cameras. Blind view monitor, Secure 360 with recording is given in the higher three variants only. Secure 360 with live view in the Me4U app is given in the top end variant only. Front fog lamps are given in the top two variants, whereas rear defogger, rear wiper and washer is kept standard. Windshield auto defogging and air purifier is given in Pack 3 and Pack 3 above. So guys, these are all the variants of the XEV9S explained. From what it looks, Pack 2 above and Pack 3 are actually good value for money options, and they get all the necessary features. Pack 3 above is actually the most luxury variant. If you have the budget, then you can definitely go for it. That will feel the most luxurious, obviously, but the features that are must-haves are given in Pack 2 above as well and Pack 3. The XEV9S is a solid value for money option if you're looking for a 7-seater electric vehicle. There aren't too many 7-seater options in this budget, and I think that is where Mahindra has absolutely killed it. Comment down below if you'd like to see me cover the XEV9S in real life. I'll be sure to shoot a video and post. Please subscribe to Automobile Infos for more such content. Like the video, share it. I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe and have a happy journey.